Today I ventured to make some soulful French cooking you ain't gonna see anywhere in South Jersey. The gloves, bro. Welcome back to Bourdain.
Everybody should know how to use a knife.
Use everything, waste nothing.
Let's start at the beginning.
It ain't that hard, okay?
Hope you're doing well, fantastic. My name is mitchmai and we are working through every recipe in Anthony Bourdain's layout cookbook doing French techniques. We are going to rock out with Pâté De Campagne. As AB says, even your country ass can make it. So this is rustic pate your butcher would enjoy. You ain't gonna find this in ShopRite. This is not gonna be in Target. This is something we are going to dive straight into, and at the end, hopefully have a delicious French country pate in my kitchen that is about 1 square foot. The ingredients have been bought. My credit card company is ecstatic. You can buy Anthony Bourdain's cookbook in the link of the description of this video. I make 2 point something cents for every purchase, so it really is getting me closer to that goal of becoming a full-time YouTuber. Subscribe and all that stuff too. That's pretty cool. That's pretty big on YouTube. So we have our meats that Bourdain said we need to grind with a good quality meat grinder. As you can see, I ain't got one. So if you don't have a durable meat grinder, suck up to your friendly neighborhood butcher. He should like you by now. I want to share something pretty neat with you. Through this project of mine, I've made some really nice connections, whether it's online or locally, and I did become good friends with a fellow Bourdain fan, a home cook and butcher who's been behind the scenes this entire series, helping me get these niche cuts of meat. And fortunately, I was able to visit him at his shop, Bringhurst Meats, where he hooked me up with the various cuts needed and grinded them up for me. Bringhurst is family run, the staff is awesome, and you should totally pick up some of Keegan's freaking award-winning sausage. Maybe stop by, tell them Mitch sent you, and they totally won't kick you out. Time for a little aromatic prep. These are gonna go back in the frigitator because disease is not something that's on my agenda. Admittedly, I did feel a little awkward strolling up to Bringhurst and having them also combine these aromatic ingredients that I'm like hand selecting for them to go through our grinder. I don't know if that's normal. Bourdain's calling for 4 sprigs of flat parsley. I saw grandmothers do this. I don't know, man. It probably loses a little pizzazz being frozen, but I always have so much parsley. They sell it by the freaking tree load. Maybe give it another finer choppage. Aromatics have been successfully joined up. Strap on some gloves. The gloves, bro. The gloves. We officially have half a pound of pork liver, half a pound of pork fat, 1 pound of pork shoulder. It's not your traditional vibe as far as a meatloaf. Country vibe this is. Let's add 3 ounces of cognac. 3 ounces of white wine. Half a tablespoon of black pepper, a tablespoon of salt, and our things we chopped up earlier. And I didn't measure, really. I did not measure the cognac nor the white wine. I've been inspired lately watching Julia Child and Jacques Pepin cook together. I think this might be a little heavy with the garlic, but cooking for such a low, slow time does turn garlic into something much, much less punch your face and curb stomp you. This time, I do want to say a comment of the week from my friend who I totally did not write down. Comment of the week's going right here. Thank you very much for commenting. The way you get featured in a comment of the week is simply comment. I'm not doing any standards like subscribe or any of that. Just comment, dude, and you might get chosen. And don't be racist or something like that. We're gonna start our oven at 300 degrees. Wow. We form this pate. A little Mitch using his brain here, foreshadowing, predicting. This is gonna be our bain-marie, not sure exactly how you say it. It's just a dish with water that we're going to submerge our baking pan in. Before the hands get even dirtier, I'm gonna test out how much water we need and then get all gross and dirty. Bourdain's gonna have us do this about a little more than halfway. I like that very much so. Next up, we would be using caul fat. Bringhurst didn't have it. However, they did accommodate me, as they always do, and they shaved some bacon. We're just going to overlap it like so. Taking our time. It will be beautiful, and it will be bacony. I feel like I'm on epic mealtime right now. Bacon strips, bacon strips. Yep, that's strange. Honestly, the gloves just feel right. Ooh, very cool. We're gonna press it in. I'm gonna put things over, I'm gonna overlap in reverse. Damn, I feel cool doing this. I don't know why. Everything's kind of just layering on top of each other. I think there's excess. We're dirtying our knives. That's okay. Yeah, everything's so dirty at this point. Who cares? Probably a lot of bacon here. If you got tips, you know where to find me. Hopefully not physically. Poke some holes in there. And one more. Boop. And this is gonna cook low and slow for how long? 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours. See you then. Time to clean up. We'll have some fun. I'm gonna go play some pickleball maybe. And we return after some spontaneous Mitchell endeavors, only to find we did not hit that magical 160 we're looking for. This actually needed another hour. During that hour, I realized we should do some arts and crafts, taking a Amazon box, one of 90, I'm sure we all have lying around, and trimming it to the size of our baking dish. With aluminum foil, we wrap this up. This is going to act as a weight. We have now hit our magical number, way over what we needed. Next up, we are going to press this thing. Real nice mess. Bourdain said we should have allowed this to cool. I don't like waiting anymore, so we are losing some fat here. With only things found in my kitchen, we take creme brulee bowls, store it in our fridge overnight. Unwrapping this thing, seeing our results is pretty satisfying. However, we come to a problem getting this out of our dish. I've seen people dip their baking tray in some hot water. Didn't work here, so I tried carving the edges, releasing it like some meaty brownie batter, and it still did not go. However, we did get rid of some unpleasant looking gelatinous material. A solid 5 to 10 minutes later, it did come out. We chewed up our bacon a little bit with a knife, but for a first try, this brick of meatloaf is looking very, very nice. Bourdain says it should have texture, but also be soft, and it should be uniform in color. I think we nailed that. I didn't expect myself to be having country style Pâté De Campagne. Let's try a bite. You asked for a live taste and you're getting a live taste. That's very nice. Somehow, some way it is buttery, creamy, but still holds its shape. It's a moist meatloaf. It really is. I think it's a good entry point. You know, if someone's finicky about like cold food, sure beats cold pizza. What I would do different, a little more uniform with the bacon. Video to your right, YouTube thinks you will love. You asked and you shall receive. The Sharpie makes a return. This was back to Bourdain. We're getting kind of good at these. We're getting good at cooking. We're getting decent.
Stay organized and clean up after yourself. You do the best you can.